Hello, right here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Elmcreek here. Currently working on planting, well, one field here. We're going to be working on planting both fields here this episode. Soybeans on fields 30, 31, and 32. And then our other two fields of them, we're going to be planting corn on those. Oh, and we just ran out of seed. Okay, well, that didn't last very long, did it? I was going to say I was going to hire a worker here, but I guess we better go fill up with seed first, and then we'll get the hired worker going over here. So on this field, Evan, as far as I know, we just got small, I think these are small stones. Maybe I better double check this, Evan. Hopefully these are small stones. Pretty sure I looked at this. Yeah, that would appear to be small stones, so we can just roll those in once we're done planting here. As far as I know, from what I've been told, everyone, small stones do not cause damage. At least that's what I've been told. We'll see if that's actually true or not, but, well, not sure how we'll know if it's not true. Let's see, there's a entrance there. Is that it? Yeah, that's it right there. Hidden in the bushes here, there's an entrance across the ditch here, I guess, so whatever this is supposed to be. So we'll get this filled up in a minute. Got the other planter oven waiting to go on fields 56 and, was it 57? I think 57, right? Yeah, 56 and 57. Got the row crop planter with our Kinsey waiting to go over there. Let's get some seed for this one here a minute. That is not seed. This one is seed. We want... Is there bags of seed? Yes, there are. $800 for a bag of seed. That's 1,000 liters. Pallet of seed is... Oh, okay. Someone was saying the bags are cheaper. They are not kidding. The bags are cheaper. So let's... I don't know what, 4 bags? That should be pretty good. Don't remember how much this cedar holds here again. But yeah, 4 bags are cheaper than 4... totes? Whatever those are supposed to be, I guess. I don't know. Not exactly sure why these are $100 cheaper in the game, but hey, we'll take it, right? Okay, definitely did not need 4 of them. Apparently 2 of them, not even 2 of them, would have been more than enough. Okay, well, it is what it is. And fertilizer, is that, no, that's liquid fertilizer. Actually, you know what, that one there is fertilizer, isn't it? Let's go grab some fertilizer here a minute while we're here. I think that one's fertilizer. Looks like it is anyway. Yes, it is. Perfect. Speaking of fertilizer, are there big bags of fertilizer as well? Lime, wheat, corn, cali. Is that... I guess that's considered solid fertilizer. I don't know why they got that like a specific type of fertilizer, it looks like. But yeah, that is solid fertilizer. Lime, wheat, oats, pig food. Wheat. Oh, yeah. Okay, wheat is the chicken food right there. I was going to say they don't actually call it chicken feed, do they? They're just wheat. Speaking of which, I wonder we should probably make sure that chickens are fed here. We'll see. Maybe we'll get to that in this episode. Otherwise, oh well. Anyway, back to the field. We'll get the tractor back going on this here. I was going to just do a little quick headland down in this section. Actually, oh, we can just start. I'll just start right here, right? I wanted to get a headland done right in this section here because the hired worker always has trouble right here, it seems like. Yes. Need to wait for it to finish unfolding. Fine. There we go. Haven't bothered turning the GPS on here again. Everyone, like I said, we're just going to throw hired worker on this here in just a minute. So we can do a little planting ourselves here. We'll try to keep it somewhat straight. And I'm hoping, by the way, it shouldn't take too long to plant both these fields here. We essentially got the largest in-game seeder here at this point, which is the largest seeder that comes with this game. Actually, basically like the smallest seeder that's come in a Farming Simulator game since, what, Farming Simulator 15, I think? Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure didn't Farming Simulator 17 have one of the first air seeders, if I remember correctly? And then, of course, Farming Simulator 19 also came with the air seeder. Actually, came with 2 different air seeders, if I remember correctly. Actually, I think it was 2 different ones in Farming Simulator. Was that a DLC? Don't remember if that was DLC added, everyone, but that could have been. You know, we had a couple of air seeders in Farming Simulator 17 as well. So, again, like I said, Farming Simulator 22 has the smallest seeders and, like, 2 versions of Farming Simulator, so I don't know. In fact, someone was talking about this in the comments here, everyone. Again, Giants has really seemed like they tried to advertise this with all the American-style equipment. Correct me if I'm wrong, everyone. There's not a single American-style seeder in the game. Not a one. I think the same thing can almost be said about the cultivators as well, if I remember correctly. I don't know if there's any American cultivators either. There is, of course, some of the high-speed discs, everyone, but that's not in the cultivator category per se. And there's certainly no American-style plows. That is for certain, everyone. That one we can definitely guarantee. There is nothing but the old moldboard-style plows, and let's face it, that is not how it's done anymore, typically. Rare instances, everyone, is the moldboard plow used, but typically you do not see a moldboard plow used anymore. At least for the farmers that still do, like, primary tillage. Moldboard plow is definitely not the way to go. Okay, and apparently I got GPS on this tractor. If I got GPS on it, probably means I can't use the vehicle control add-on GPS. We're going to confirm that here in just a moment once I get somewhat reasonably lined up here. Nope. No vehicle control add-on GPS. So I'm not sure, everyone, if vehicle control add-on just automatically disables itself if you have guidance steering bought, or if the guidance steering mod like somehow turns off the vehicle control add-on GPS. But either way, oh well. Let's get this set up here. We're going to want, I believe that's a 0-degree line for starters. Yep. And let's get the width here as well. So it has the width correctly. Perfect. Oh, and we need to make sure we set what we're seeding because we want to do corn. By the way, in case you folks can't tell, since last episode, I went ahead and finished up all our field work here, and then of course slept through the night. We're now in the month of April here. Month of April is when we can plant both corn and soybeans. So I just slept the one night there, all that was needed. And let's go check here. Yep, chickens are looking okay. And how are the greenhouses looking? Yeah, the greenhouse is looking okay here as well. So nothing too serious going on with either of those. Question is, everyone, can we plant both of these fields here this episode? Well, I probably won't be able to completely finish both fields, but can I at least finish this field? That is the question, maybe. Also, I don't know what's going on with the texture up there, but that definitely does not look right. Something is quite wrong over there. Oh my. Of course, now it's fading away, but if folks look in the distance, or actually you can look underneath the, is that the train bridge there? I think it's the train bridge there. Yeah, there's definitely something weird going on with the draw distance texture. Speaking of the game here, by the way, for those of you wondering, oh, I don't know, was it a week or two here ago now, everyone, I did reinstall my game. After reinstalling my game, everyone, I ended up with 2 crashes immediately after reinstalling. And then, I don't know, for like the past, the past week or two, everyone, it's actually been really good. Haven't had any issues up until yesterday. And then for some reason, every yesterday, the game just kept on crashing when I tried to load up the save game. Again, once I'm actually in the save game here, I typically don't have any problems. It's usually while trying to load up the save game that seemed to cause the problems. So when I first tried to load it up, the game instantly crashed. Just instantly crashed. Like, okay. Tried to load it up again, everyone. This time it just hung. Didn't crash, but it just, like, nothing worked. I was in the game. I, clicked start, everyone. Was up on, the front porch where it starts you there, and then I just couldn't do nothing. Wouldn't let me move, wouldn't let me tab to a vehicle. Game was just locked up. Couldn't do nothing. Like, okay, forced closed it, opened it up again, and then ran fine, everyone. So, I don't know. Strange things afoot. I have not added any additional mods, everyone. Just been keeping the mods like, okay, this is where we're at. We're not going to add any additional ones just in case. And, yeah, no idea what's going on. I know some of you folks still think it's a problem with some of the mods I'm having. That's what's causing the crashes. And that could be, everyone. But again, I don't know. Doesn't seem like a mod-related crash that's going on in the game here. Seems like it's something like drastically wrong with the game itself. At least that's the way it seems, anyway. And again, I mean, I know I'm not the only one that's had problems through this as well. There's definitely been plenty of other reports. Facebook #1 being on Facebook there of people having the same issues, the game just randomly crashing. So yeah, don't know what's going on with that. If it's something with hardware related, you know, you got certain hardware configurations the game doesn't like, not sure of one, but oh well. I was thinking there at first time maybe the reinstall actually helped, even though we had 2 crashes immediately after reinstalling. But then, yeah, like I said, yesterday when the game was back to being its usual self, just being a real prick. Oh well. Oh, let's see. Should we reline the GPS? I suppose we can reline the GPS for this one here. Question is, should we go up and down the field, or should we go the narrow way on the field here? Because if we go up and down, there's not actually a whole lot of up and down we can actually do, is there? I don't know. I'm still leaning towards the up and down. That looks like a better choice if you ask me. We're actually going to shift that over just a little bit. Or try to, anyway. There we go. Helps if you push the Alt key instead of the Control key when you try to do it, apparently. Who would have guessed? Alt page up and down, by the way, when adjust the guidance steering mod GPS. Really got to watch your controls here, depending on what GPS you're using. Again, for those of you who haven't used it before, guidance steering has completely different controls than the original GPS mod. The vehicle control add-on has the original GPS controls. A little more user-friendly, if you ask me. That's maybe one of the reasons I kind of like the original controls on the vehicle control add-on. Again, as I've noted before, I have no use for the vehicle control add-on. In fact, rather despise the mod, but got a good GPS. Kind of like course play, right, everyone? I don't know if I'd call it a necessary evil, but if you're going to use course play, it's kind of a necessary evil, right? Okay, now that we got that done, I don't think we're just going to go up and down the long ways on the field here. Just, I don't know. We're going to do it that way. Doesn't really matter, right? And place your bets, Evan. Do you think we can plant this field here this episode? If we, like, stick straight to planting here, I will not do anything else. Hopefully, as long as the other hired worker can mind his own business over there. Yeah, I know. Who am I kidding, right? We'll see once if we can or not. And needless to say, we won't bother using any of these silly row marker things on here. What is that piece right there? That does not look quite right. I bet that's a slightly disconnected piece there, and I'm not sure what that piece is supposed to connect to, but I would suspect it's probably not supposed to be like that. It seems a little odd. What happens if we put one of these row markers on? Okay, good. Puts out that one. Yeah, I don't know what that piece is supposed to go to, but nope, doesn't actually attach to anything when it's folded out either. So something's definitely wrong there. Don't know what Giants did. Well, if I think of it, everyone, maybe I'll have to like pull up a real picture of one of these Kinsey planners just to see what it shows. Oh, crap. We don't want that down. Hopefully that didn't, don't think we mucked up what we planted over there. I forgot that. Fold it up, I'm going to put the other one out. Whoops. Or, of course, using GPS here. Oh, and we ran out of... Okay, I forgot about that. If we ran out of fertilizer, then that might be a problem. Luckily, we're right across from the shop here. Do we get any plowing? Nope. Looks like we missed our plant. Perfect. By the way, for those of you wondering, when it comes to the row crop, or the row markers... They simply just leave a plowed texture in the ground. Haven't actually used them here in 22 yet, obviously. I'm kind of curious to see if they're actually worth it here or not. I know in all previous versions of the game, when it came to the row markers, they were typically rather useless. Just the way the game handles it, everyone, as far as like the resolution, it just sometimes made it near impossible to see the row markers. They would just like disappear into the current textures. Again, all dependent, everyone, on where you were on the field. You could be, just a millimeter over, everyone, and it would leave a nice wide line, easy to follow. Actually, almost too wide sometimes. And then other times, that one, yeah, you'd be in the wrong spot and it would just leave nothing, right? Is there a big bag of, it wouldn't make sense for there to be a big bag of liquid fertilizer. That would seem a little odd. You can only buy one of these at a time, huh? Well, that's a little odd. No idea how much this is going to take here, so we'll find out. It looks like this actually holds more seed. Speaking of seed, I might as well just buy a bag of seed here while we're waiting for that to fill up. We'll just take one. That should be good. Oh, of course, fill up on the seed. Why not? Right. Even though we're parked right in front of the liquid fertilizer totes. Oh, well, whatever. Nice to see, everyone, that Giants has not fixed that stupidity in the game here yet either, everyone. Giants needs to really get with the game here and realize sometimes, Evan, there can be multiple fill types in the same fill zone. And if you want a Pacific one, well, screw you. You're going to get whatever random one the fill you with. Been a problem, like every single version of Farming Simulator, at least for quite a while now, Evan. Ever since planters have been able to hold seed and fertilizer, anyway, as far as I know. Why Giants has not addressed this issue yet, I have no idea. Seems like it'd be a relatively easy fix, everyone. Just, pop up the menu and, hey, what do you want to fill with? But, nope. Hit the refill and you're just going to end up with, hey, bit of a crapshoot. Oh, you got fertilizer. Oh, you wanted seed? Oh, that's too bad. Good luck with that. Now, of course, in the case of the pallets, you can just kind of like separate them out a little bit, right? And then that'll kind of take care of that. But that's sometimes not always possible. Oh, I'll have to say, that is a pretty sight going up and down the field. Speaking of up and down the field, and yes, saving content. How are we looking over here? 30, 31, 32. Yep, looks like we're doing a nice job over there. He's busy planting. Making some good progress over there, too. Yeah, nice. Okay, well, let's pop open the comments section here. Let's see what we got for some comments here last episodes. Anthony was saying the difference between disking and vertical tillage is the gang angles and the concave blades. The vertical tillage typically runs straighter blades, and the gang angles are less than 5 degrees. They chop and size the residue without moving much soil. Just finish up there. That looks pretty good. Disc has concave blades and steeper gang angles around 30 degrees. Traditional disc smears the soil aggressively back and forth and can cause a hard pan over years of running. High-speed disc shatters the soil and lifts it. The gang angles are straighter and they won't smear the soil. Line back up here a minute. We'll finish reading this comment. He was saying we like vertical tillage in the fall to help chop and help break down the residue. And we high-speed disc in the spring to level and kill weeds. We run both tools 10 to 12 miles per hour. Great video. Hey, thank you very much for that comment there, Anthony. And yeah, I think he did a pretty good job, everyone, of explaining the difference there between what we typically call a normal disc and a vertical tillage tool. The one thing I will have to say, though, if you look at the discs in the game, the disc in the game here, these high-speed discs, they have I would say, a fairly aggressive. Where are my discs here? Why am I? Ah, there they are. They, I would say, have a rather aggressive angle to them. I don't know if that's quite 20, and they're also quite concaved. So, just, it's weird, that one. Like, if you were to get a normal disc, the normal disc probably would not very much, yeah, try saying that a couple times, very much from these discs, I wouldn't think. And this one actually does, these type of discs, anyway, they really throw the ground. Oh, and we are done planting. Okay, wow. Those type of discs really throw the ground around as well. And mind you, I mean, I don't believe they are designed to go as deep as, say, the normal discs do, but still. That's a fairly aggressive vertical tillage tool compared to some. Kind of like Anthony was saying, there's some vertical tillage tools, that one, they're very straight on their gain angles and really don't move a whole lot of soil. They just kind of cut the soil up, so to speak. And, well, mostly the residue is the goal, I do believe. GC Explorer was saying, you're a legend. Well, hey, thank you very much for that. Wheel Horse was saying, I have Farming Simulator 22 and my computer freezes on the game. Well, that's not so good. Not sure what to tell you there, Wheel Horse. I mean, obviously, the first thing I can tell you is if you're using mods, double check and make sure your mods aren't causing the problem. That could very well be the case. Mods are definitely known to cause a lot of problems, especially with the number of crappy mods that are out there at this point here. And I don't think we need to reiterate that again of them, but yeah, just lots and lots of people out there cranking out lots and lots of extremely poor quality mods. These people should have their computers taken away from them and never allowed to have a computer again for as long as they live. Just, yeah, no excuse for that type of nonsense, in my opinion, Evan. Absolutely none. Let's see, where do we leave off at? Looks like right there, I'm going to guess. Oh, I don't know, but we might be able to finish this field here this episode. What do you folks think? Well, we only got like 10 minutes left. I don't know, can we finish the rest of this? It's going to be a little tight to finish this in 10 minutes, but I don't know. We'll see once here. We're definitely making good progress on 30, 31, 32, though. That's going quite quickly. Doesn't look like you missed anything down in that corner, too. That's nice. Vid76 was saying, thanks for all your time testing combines and headers. Hey, thank you very much for that. And yes, hope you folks enjoyed those videos on the headers there. Definitely some interesting results from that, shall we say. When it comes to, you know, the yield on the repair of the combine. Again, for those of you who haven't seen that, highly suggest checking those videos out. Got 2 different videos on that there, everyone. Did the first initial one, just kind of looking at it, figuring out what was going on, figuring out what kind of yield losses we have. And then the last video, I'm going to dove a little bit deeper, I guess you could say. And we figured out exactly which piece of equipment was causing the loss. Turns out it was the combine. I was rather surprised by that. And then we also found out exactly which percentage we started actually losing yield at. And that happens at 70%. By the way, of course, at 70%, you're only losing not even a 1/10 of a percentage point, which, yeah, not even bother worrying about it at that point. But again, by the time you get down to 50% repair on your combine, everyone, yeah, you're losing almost 12% of your yield. Definitely not cool. Not cool. And again, as I said before, I very seriously disagree with how Giants has implemented that in the game. That is just absolute load of crap, in my opinion, everyone. Very, very poorly done by Giants. And I know you folks are probably thinking, well, hey, repair loss yield makes sense, right? To an extent, it does, everyone, yes. However, when you consider how quickly a combine breaks down in this game, everyone, that feature just becomes absolute crap. Absolute crap. That Giants needs to either address how long it takes the combine to break down or just eliminate that extremely stupid feature in the first place. I'm not going to call any nice punches on that, Evan. We're going to call it what it is. Absolute crap. Absolute nonsense. Absolute stupidity on Giants' part. When you can lose up to 40% of your yield from your combine being disrepaired. And of course, what kind of disrepair are we talking, everyone? At least in the game, I've always kind of looked at the repair like, well, for anyone that's owned a tractor, everyone, you always have basic maintenance that needs to be done with oil and filters and, cleaning and all that good stuff, right? Apparently in the game, everyone now repairs mean massive, majorly something is wrong with the combine. Not to mention repairs have gotten really expensive here in Farming Simulator 22. But again, based on what I'm getting at, especially with the smaller combines, you start one of the smaller combines on a field, by the time it gets to the end of the field, it might be completely broken down, which is just absolute nonsense. you know, again, I wouldn't care so much. Like, okay, if we're not losing yield, who cares? The combine, when you get to the end of the field, it's broken down. Big whoop. Well, now, everyone, when you're looking at a potential 40% loss, if by the time the combine gets to the end of the field, it's broken down, now we got a problem, everyone. So, again, like I said, I don't know what you folks think, but, yeah, that's extremely stupid feature by Giants there, if you ask me, everyone. Stupidly implemented, let's put it that way. Very, very stupidly implemented. Oh, Kiriam is asking a good question here. This looks like something I want to test here yet. I was saying I have an honest test, or a honey test request. A honey test request. Wow. Try saying that a couple times. I usually sell my honey once a month. I normally plant sunflowers next to the hives. But to the last 2 harvests, I had to do a standard grain crops like sorghum and wheat as my chickens consumed more than expected. As a result, I noticed the amount of honey a year went down. That's interesting. I wonder if the bees produce more honey if flowering crops are close to the hives. I believe they are supposed to, yes. At least that's the theory anyway. I was saying it seems like I had less when the sunflowers are planted. So, you know, again, at least per the in-game help, that is the way it's supposed to work. Also, just one other comment here. Said you're planting wheat and sorghum to feed your chickens. You may want to consider, at least from what I found, I mean, it looks like it is probably cheaper for you to simply buy your feed. So again, I mean, you can just go right to the shop here and go buy your own feed, right in the big bags here. There you go, wheat. $1,400, depending on what mode you're playing in, everyone. If you're playing on hard, one of the harder economic modes, then obviously it's probably going to be a little cheaper for you to do it. But at least in the easier economic modes, everyone, you're probably better off buying your feed for your chickens. The feed will be cheaper than what you could sell your crops for. Seems like something Giants would do, right, everyone? Rather than making it so it's cheaper for you to feed the chickens with your own crops, it's actually cheaper for you to buy the feed and feed the chickens than it is, yeah, the donuts. I don't know. Giants logic, everyone. I don't know if anyone's ever quite figured out Giants logic. It's severely, seriously lacking at times. Okay, what do we got left, everyone? About 3 or 4 minutes here, everyone. We're going to have most of the field done. We're going to have that little section left. So again, we probably won't quite finish this episode unless we go a little long, but... Stacio was saying, do you not mean horseplay instead of course play? Yes. Well, typically I always called it curse play, because usually you ended up doing a lot of cursing whenever it came to using course play. And as I've already noted, everyone, we'll see once if I'm actually going to use course play here in Farming Simulator 22. The only reason I would foresee myself using course play, well, if I hit myself on the head hard enough, maybe I would, everyone. But for like field work, that's typically towards the end of Farming Simulator 19. That's all I used it for. To be honest, that was really all course play was good for. Yeah. Sorry to the developers, but course play was just an awful mod in Farming Sim 19. Let's face reality. Reality was not kind to course play in 19. Again, everyone, we did like almost a test, if you will. It wasn't actually on purpose test, everyone. But my console wanted to do a Farming Simulator 15 series on Oklahoma, so we went and played Farming Simulator 15 here. Oh, I think that was about a year ago, everyone. Went and played Farming Simulator 15, and I got course play for Farming Simulator 15. And let's just say, wow, what a stark contrast, everyone. An extremely stark contrast. I thought course play back in Farming Simulator 15, everyone, was a little bit derpy. But, oh my goodness, everyone, it was nowhere near as derpy as course play for 19 was. Course play for Farming Simulator 15, everyone, actually mostly worked. It was still a little derpy at times, right? Let's face it. AI worker, it's going to be a little derpy. But, yeah, just night and day difference, everyone, between course play in Farming Simulator 15 and Farming Simulator 19. Again, in 15, it worked. It worked very reliably compared to 19, where it's just, yeah, it was a crapshoot. Let's face it, it was a crap shoot. Joe was saying, I see your Farming Simulator 19 Case IH 9300 series tractors available for Farming Simulator 22. I remember watching you make this for Farming Simulator 19. Yes, I noticed that. There is a tractor that appears to be mined. I don't know if it actually is or not. Not sure on that one, but yes, I noticed that Case IH 9300 series tractor I made is available. But I forget all the numbers. That 9330, 9380, 9390, I think, something like that. Get all the different sizes on that one again. But yes, the Case IH tractor. Had a lot of fun making that particular mod. And for anyone wondering, no one has asked me permission to convert and upload that mod. So if it is indeed my tractor, it definitely was not given permission by me. That is for sure. With that being said, well, one person has actually contacted me and asked me if they could convert. And I put air quotes, one of my mods here, everyone. That was the balls or grain cart. So if you see the balls or grain cart, everyone, that was converted by someone, and that particular individual asked if they couldn't convert it and release it. Which, sure, go for it. Again, I'm not the original mod author of that particular mod. I'm just simply one of the mod authors that took the time to fix it up and try to make it a little bit better, I guess. Had some serious issues with that mod back in 19, if I remember correctly. Joe was also asking how the oil leak on the Ford Ranger was looking. It is looking much, much better. For those who watch my real-life videos there, I think was it last week or week before everyone, went ahead and attempted to fix the oil leak on my truck again, and I think we were marginally successful this time. So, yay. Speaking of being marginally successful, everyone, we're a couple minutes over for this episode, but we're done planting. Wow. We planted an entire field this episode, everyone. And not just like a little teeny field even. This is a decent-sized field, right? Actually, we could go help that one too, couldn't we? I wonder if there's a difference between row crop planting and seeded beans in the game. Wouldn't think so, but you never know. It is giants after all. Well, everyone, I think with that note and that question, we better wrap it up here for this episode. So on that note, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time. Sounds like a sale commercial at the end. Terrible.